Korean rice cake dinner. It's fairly new to us, but it's a very common street food. It's super popular, Korean street food. And it's basically rice cakes. That's these guys here. We'll talk about those in a minute. With boneless short rib. And I put in my own mix of veg. The rice cakes themselves come in different shapes. This is an unopened package. They're sold by the kilo, not by the pound. So I kind of finagle and break away half a package, and I give it a little soak, just in a bowl of water for a few minutes to loosen them up. Then I drain the rice cakes. Now, when you make Korean-style rice cakes, they're going to look like this, almost like a penne or a ziti, okay? But they're dense, they're heavy, and obviously they're made of rice. They're called rice cakes. We're gonna make a crazy broth to cook these in while we're making a stir fry of the beef over here. Let's start with the beef. We're gonna do just a little seasoning of that meat, a very quick marinade. It doesn't have to hang out. So we have a little bit of garlic, a little drizzle of sesame oil, and we're gonna add a good splash light soy sauce. So now we're going to take these gorgeous little strips. You drop these guys in and bathe them in those flavors. And you're gonna need a little transfer tray. So once the meat is crisp, we can take the meat out, and in that same pan, we'll cook off our veg. So we're going to take these guys in a little bit of the hot oil.
It's gonna cook in like seconds, right?
It's gonna cook very, very quickly. Give them a good toss and set them in kind of carefully so they're getting even action, right? Meanwhile, in this back pan, in a little bit of the same high temp oil, over low heat, I'm now gonna crank it up, we are melting a few anchovies. When we melt them, they become just a natural salt in the dish, and they really do melt. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of this magic sauce that everybody loves. We're using this beautiful sweet and spicy paste, and you can buy it in different degrees of heat. We're also going to grate in garlic to our broth, grate in a few cloves of garlic to your broth. Then Korean hot chili pepper flakes that are super bright red, a good amount of that, a couple tablespoons. And now we're going to add a little bit of sesame oil to this as well, which makes it a little earthy. A little splash of our soy sauce in this as well. Couple tablespoons. And then we need a lot of broth to cook off our rice cakes. So about 3 cups of beef bone broth, because we're using beef here. And I just eyeball it. And a little sprinkle of sugar to balance out the salts. And we'll let that come up to a bubble. We have the brown, thin-cut, boneless beef short rib out of the pan. We are now stir-frying the combination of onions. And I cut my zucchini, that's why I like it small to medium and super firm, into slabs. And now we're going to add in our napa, our quick cooking, lacy, crispy cabbage. And then we take those beauties, these beautiful guys, the rice cakes themselves, and we drop them in to their hot tub of love. Now we're gonna cover that for 3 to 5 minutes to plump them and soften them up a bit. Your rice cakes are done when they get nice and plump like this. They kind of rise to the top. Now we're going to add all the veg. I add into my mix, traditional is onion. I combine both green and white onion, and lots of cabbage. I like napa. And I'm mixing this all together in the larger pot. Oh, my pan's on fire.
Oh.
Whatever. Throw the meat in there, sweetheart.
Okay.
And then we have our thinly sliced boneless beef short ribs. So good. This thing is crazy.
Oh my God, it's
Optional topping, but many of the street carts, they top them with some hard-boiled egg as well. And then I put some sesame seed sprinkles on.